Hello and welcome to another edition of T-Tray Video Game Review. I'm your host T-Tray, and today I'm reviewing Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64.
I know what you're thinking. A Pokemon game where you just take pisses? I know, it sounds stupid, but let me give you some context. Back then, this was the first and only 3D Pokemon game, before we just saw the Pokemon in 8-bit on a blurry black and white Game Boy screen. But here, we got to see them in beautiful 64-bit, and at the time, there was nothing like it.
So with all that said, let's dive into the wonder that is Pokemon Snap.
The game starts off with an intro where the playable character is trying to take a photo of what is obviously Mew, before taking you to the title screen. From there you saw a new game and speak with Professor Oak. The first stage is a beast stage. You're taking pictures of Pidgeys, Pikachus, Butterfrees, so what? The better your photos, the more points you'll get with Professor Oak at the end of the stage. Be sure to look around and explore because some Pokemon won't be right in front of you. Some will be off in the distance or hiding and you can't get them until you receive an item later in the game. The second stage is a tunnel where you'll mostly meet electric Pokemon, some ground Pokemon like Diglett, and ghost Pokemon that will only appear after you take the photo. There's also a shiny egg in that stage. I wonder. The third stage is a volcano. Well, you guessed it, you see mostly fire Pokemon. Get this egg out of your way and Marshes! My goodness, what a beauty. But that isn't even the best secret of the stage. Knock Charmeleon into the lava and out comes Charizard.
Now imagine seeing Charizard, the rarest of Pokemon cards on Nintendo 64 in 3D as a kid. It blew our freaking minds!
Then there's the river stage, which is a 180 from the previous stage. This time you have water Pokemon hanging around, and the occasional plant-based Pokemon. Then we got the cave stage where we see Pokemon like Sugarlypuff, Coffin, the works. You gotta be paying attention because you might miss something awesome. Then there's the valley. You got some walk and sand Pokemon, more water type Pokemon hanging around, and a giant Dorito statue. More on that later. To unlock new stages, you either need to get a certain amount of points, take a certain amount of different Pokemon photos, or use an item you get to find a hidden area. For instance, to get to the volcano stage, you need to hit an electrode near the end of the tunnel stage with an apple to make it explode. In the river stage, you need the Pestiball to make a Porygon come out of the wall and hit the switch, opening the secret exit. And in the valley, you need to hit a Squirtle at just the right angle to knock over a Mankey on a mountaintop, Pestiball, and then hit the Mankey right on the switch to find Professor Oak's cabin or whatever. You get various items to assist you with taking pictures further into the game, like the apple that lures Pokemon towards you, the Pestiball, which I already mentioned, helps you find hidden Pokemon, a Turbo that allows you to go faster, and a flute. The flute hatches the egg in the cave stage, which gives birth to Arcanine. After you find Oak's cabin, he tells you about signs and gives you the ability to take the picture. Remember the Dorito statue we saw in the valley stage? That's one of them. Some signs are easy since they're just standing there waiting to be seen, like here on the beach. Others you have to do some lifting. Remember the egg in the tunnel stage? Well, use some apples to get Pikachu closer, and then use the flute to have it do an electric shock, and the egg has it to refill a Zapdos. The Zapdos powers up a shitterator, which allows a shadow to appear on the wall in the next area, which is another sign. The coolest sign, in my opinion, is in the cave stage. Take a shot of some crystals, and when you see the photo, you'll see an image of Mewtwo, which is pretty cool. After you collect all the signs, Oak will tell you about a rainbow above the island, and that is when you see it. Mew, the rarest of rare Pokemon back during the first generation. I mean, this Pokemon was a freaking glitch. Now it's actually part of the game. So yeah, in order to take a proper photo, you got to keep knocking its belly with a Pestiball. Otherwise, it would conceal itself every time you try to take a photo. Talk about being camera shy. After you get a good shot to show to Oak, that's it. The game is complete and the credits begin to roll.
Wait a minute, did I just beat a game? I did! I finally beat a game!
So, no matter what you may think of this game now, at the time it was every kid's dream to see these beautiful Pokemon we met in Pokemon Red and Blue in glorious 3D. Back in the day, you could even take your game to Blockbuster and make stickers out of all the pictures you took. There was nothing more special than wearing a sticker from a photo you took yourself. While this game may not have the best premise in hindsight, we didn't care. We got to see Pokemon on the Nintendo 64 for the first time ever. And for your shit on a Pokemon fan, that was enough.
As always, I'm TJ, and I will see you in the next video.
DJ!
What?
I have a game for you to review.
And what's that?
A Digimon game!